getting back together can require you to think about what your partner is going to say and what to do and how they might potentially respond. And I've spoken to so many people over the years who that's really kind of their main focus. They just want to know what to say, what to do. What sort of text message should I send? What should I say? We're meeting up on Friday. Tell me what to do. What should I talk about? What should I not talk about? All sorts of stuff like that. And today we're talking about, in this video, why that is probably not going to be the best mindset and way of thinking to serve you in this whole process and in this whole journey. Hey there, once again, this is Clay with modernlove.life. And today we're talking about why a fixation on what to say and what to do with your ex is probably not going to serve you very well. Now, first of all, I understand that. I get it. I understand that you're, maybe in this difficult situation. You feel like you're out of control. You feel like you don't have a full understanding about what's going on, what they're thinking, what to do. You're lost. This whole situation is confusing. You don't understand where they're at emotionally, why their behavior is the way that it is. And it can often seem like your world is being turned upside down and inside out. Sometimes you just want to know, hey, what do I need to say? What do I need to do? There was this scene in Breaking Bad, and if you don't want to know this because of spoilers or something, then I don't know, deal with it, fast forward or something. But there was this scene where he was going through some challenges with his wife, and he was just sitting there making his paraphernalia, his recreational stuff, and he was just speculating and hypothesizing, saying like, hey, there's got to be some combination of words that I could just put together that would get my wife to forgive me and to give me another chance. What could that possible combination of words be? And, it's true. There might be some sort of, magical 50 or 100 words that if you just, pull them out of the dictionary and string them together in just the right way, might potentially unlock some sort of, forgiveness or catharsis or something like that allows the two of you to come back together. But the point being is that that's not a useful way for you to spend your time or energy, because it's not the words itself, but it's the feeling behind the words. And so we don't want to just pursue the words. We want to actually create the conditions where we can actually embody the sentiment behind the words, or we can actually embody what we need to do in order to create that emotional connection, which is why, this channel here and what I've been speaking on this channel about for, over 10 years now is really about your way of being and how you come across to other people. And the big reason why it's important to not just focus in on what to say and what to do is it's not because you couldn't somehow string together those magic words, because maybe you could. I don't know. There's all sorts of practical things that you could do, like put together a fresh start message or something like that. But what's more important is to actually get yourself to the place where you just automatically can understand what's happening on an emotional level, and potentially make your own fresh start message in the moment without having to say, oh, hey, help, I don't know what's going on, let me look up something on the internet and maybe make a fresh start message. Oh, what is that? What are the steps involved with that? Okay, there's 4 steps. Let me do those steps. Okay, great. Now I'm out of the frying pan, but what's next, right? Or, hey, what do I do next when, I text them and they don't text me back? There are strategies, and we do offer strategies, but those strategies aren't intended as like the one thing for you to do. They're intended as an example of what it might look like to have empathy, to have curiosity, to have composure, to have all of these things like present moment awareness. They're not intended as a substitute for really developing what we would call advanced relational skills or your way of being. They're intended as an example of what it might look like to help you to take that step forward. Just as an example, when I was overcoming my shyness and practicing just making small talk with random people here and there, I had a lot of curiosity for them, and I wanted to learn about these people, but I just didn't know that I could just ask them, hey, what's that like for you? How'd that make you feel? Tell me more about that. I didn't know that I could just do that. And it wasn't until I heard someone say that I suddenly knew that, oh, wow, I can just basically say whatever I want to in a conversation. There's no secret rule book out there that everyone in the world is clued into except me. No, you can have any kind of conversation you want to. Who knows if the other person will go along with you, but it's perfectly fine to, for the most part, say anything that you want to another person. Strategies and techniques and things like that we talk about in these videos and on this channel and in our courses, they're intended to not be the whole thing in and of itself, but to more just give you an example of what you might be able to say or what you might be able to do. But what's more important is to find the underlying way of being and to try to embody that in your own way so that you can carry that energy forward and be able to be in a place where you're able to respond appropriately when you get caught off guard, because you will get caught off guard. By the way, if you like this video, if you like what we're talking about here today, please make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, hit that bell icon while you're down there subscribing, and just drop me a comment, just letting me know that you're digging all this, so I know to keep making cool videos like this. You will be caught off guard. Even if you study all of the things out there, even if you watch somehow every YouTube video on YouTube, and you know every strategy, every technique, everything like that, there's always going to be some unique thing that pops up that's going to catch you off guard. And if you work on your way of being, you're going to know how to respond in that moment in a way that's compassionate, loving, honors yourself, honors where you're at, honors where your partner's at, etc. But if you're just memorizing tactics and lines and scripts and things like that, you're going to get caught off guard. And as they say, you never know who's swimming naked until the tide goes out, right? So that's when the tide goes out. And, I know that there are so many people out there that think that they can just memorize tactics and tactics and tactics. And oftentimes, I'll end up on a coaching call with them or something, and they'll say, hey, yeah, I know all the tactics, but here I am, I'm stuck in this unpredictable situation. What should I do? What should I say? What should I text next? And, when I'm in that kind of position, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this person is going to continue to struggle, even if I were to tell them, yeah, say this, yeah, do that. They might get from point A to point B, but what happens when they need to get to point C? Are they going to have to, make another coaching call and tell me more about the uniqueness of their situation, and then figure out something to say or do, and then go to the next step? Maybe, but what's really the value in that? I would personally find it much more valuable to grow as an individual, to embody certain way of being qualities, and to really transform myself into who I need to be in order to fully attract the kind of loving relationship that I want into my life. To get to the point where I don't need someone whispering in my ear, yeah, say this, yeah, do that. And maybe it makes sense sometimes just to, again, get the idea that it's okay to have a conversation with someone. It's okay to say certain things to someone. But just to get the magic words themselves, that's not really very valuable. Getting the magic words themselves, that's not very valuable. But learning how to get past potential limiting beliefs that you might have, that, in my opinion, is much more valuable. So anyway, hope you found this helpful. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you hit the the bell icon for the old YouTube and all that stuff. But with that being said, thanks so much. Take care, and I will talk to you next time.